Okay, hold on. Before you spam that non-existent dislike button, Yuuhime does counter almost everything in the meta to an extent. But if I put that title, it wouldn't sound good nor look good, right? So, but yeah, the buff on Yuuhime is extremely good. She counters like 90% of the meta, but she does have a lot of problems, which will be highlighted in this video. I'm going to show you some of the fight that I got in both Point War and Beat Bout, but also before that, in the previous video, people were saying it's an R6 Ggez showcase, which again, I do agree because of just how powerful she is. But again, Yamato and Yuuhime are pretty much support at this point. They're not doing DPS at all. They are mostly there just to support the team or to counter the enemy's mechanics. So I can't really bring them expecting that they will carry the entire team. They're not going to carry the entire team. They are there for support. I can't just slap in 5 support in the team and hope it will work, right? I've tried to lower the uses of Ggez in this video. So some of the teams I don't use Ggez, but if the enemy is using Ggez, then I'm also going to use my own Ggez. So yeah, this is the team that I mostly ran. And it's pretty good to counter some of the teams, especially Wuyu comps. He can counter Momo as well. So let's take a look at some of the fights. I lost this fight because I went second. Yeah, I lost the fight because I went second, because I ran HP lead instead. So if you want a mirror match, you gotta make sure that you go first. So instead of using HP lead, now I'm using my own speed lead with Yuuhime. And again, I mirror match because he also is running R6 Ggez. And because I outsped him, his units will now be AP controlled to death. They will be at pretty much like 0 AP whenever I take a turn and do an AoE attack. Slowly you'll see the problem of Yuuhime. Right now it's not really clear what her problem is. She's doing her job really well, providing all of the AP down, but there we go. See, when she does all of the AoE attacks, she's gonna funnel a lot of stacks to Wuyu, and she's gonna take a lot of true damage. So she's gonna die. Also, by the way, my Yuuhime is only RR12 by the way, and she works just fine at level 12. Because again, like I said, she's not there for DPS or anything. She's just there for the support to counter the enemies. So there we go, I went first, so I won. And here's another one with an Iki instead, but he went first instead, but we still won because I'm not running speed lead this time. Also, pay close attention to Iki when he gets to 4 stacks, right? If he does get to 4 stacks, let me speed it up. See here, Iki right now is at 4 stacks. Okay, 4 stacks, he does nothing. Look at that. So like I said, Yuuhime counters almost everything in the meta. Momo cannot counter, which I'll show you in a bit. Iki cannot even proc his passive throughout the duration of the debuff. As long as he has the debuff, he will not proc any of his passive. You know, the 4 stacks, 8 stacks and 12 stacks. So Iki is just a sitting duck. But there is a bug right now, I think, with Donar. For some reason, Donar still gets his additional turn when he gets to 5 stacks. It's a little bit weird when it comes to additional turns because Lian, R6 Lian, when she ends her turn or when an ally dies, she will also still get an additional turn even if she has the debuff on her. That got a little bit too close, but we won in the end. Okay, so this one, I lost one and then I won one again. This one, I think it's because I went second. Yep, I went second. So I went second and I lost the fight. So we're slowly going back to, you know, going first. If you mirror a Yuuhime versus a Yuuhime, you still want to go first so that you can land the debuff first on the enemy Yuuhime. So this time, instead of running Ggez, I actually swapped her out with Fatum Sisters. And we won. And I'm not using R6 Ggez while he has R6 Ggez, and we managed to win because I'm going first and I'm controlling his Sakura. Again, Yuuhime, the only problem that she has right now is her survivability. The amount of AoEs that she does is more detrimental to her rather than being good. And then Nico again, I think what happened here, I think this one I swapped out my R6 Ggez for a Momo and I lost because yeah, R6 Ggez is just insane. And then I swapped back to R6 Ggez and managed to win the fight. Yeah, there we go. Again, moving first is pretty much key if you want a mirror match against a Yuuhime. That's pretty much the gist of it against a mirror match, but let's find some teams. Okay, there we go. A Momo. Let's see what happens when you go up against a Momo, and because like Momo is crazy when it comes to sustain, right? She has all of the damage reduction, and she has all of these healing factors that whenever she counter attacks, she heals for I think 40% of diminished HP. But take a look at this one. Whenever I attack, she cannot counter attack me back because she has that debuff. So those counter attacks, she cannot proc it. Or whenever I proc an assist or my own counter attack, she will also not follow up. So her healing is pretty much nullified. As long as she doesn't have any healing, I can slowly dwindle her down. There we go, she just dies from an AoE attack. She didn't manage to counter even once because of the debuff. And there we go, we have an R6 Sakura as well, who managed to win. And you'll see the bug on Donar. He will still get a turn in when he has 5 stacks, even though he has the debuff. So yeah, he got an instant turn, even though he has the debuff, which he shouldn't have gotten a turn. Yeah, it's crazy how we still managed to win against an R6 Sakura. Again, I'm using my own R6 Daji. He has his own R6 Daji, but R6 Daji versus R6 Sakura is like pretty much identical. They're both equally broken. Being able to go up against like R6 Sakura and R6 Daji is pretty crazy. His Sakura couldn't get a turn in, therefore his healing is pretty much 0. All of the true damage that I'm doing with Daji from her passive or from her funeral rites cannot be healed up by him because he doesn't have any healing. Okay, here's an R6 Chu Yao with an R6 Daji. Let's see what team I went up against him. If I can play it. Okay, I can't. Cool. Alright, the rest is pretty much the same. Like some of the R6 Sakura, it's really RNG. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But most of the time you're gonna lose because R6 Sakura, all she needs is to take a turn and cast her S3 and then you're done. You can't really do anything after she casts her S3. Alright, now Point War. This is the set that I'm using on her. She is really fast with the Harmony set and defensive substats so that she can survive as long as possible and inflict this hamstrung on the enemies. And my record is pretty good so far running her. Let's not look at this one. This one is just a testing phase. This one, we don't really care about this type of team because if you run a Wuyu comp against this one, you're like pretty much gonna win anyways. So we're gonna look at mostly Yuuhime versus Wuyu comps, right? Like this one. Let's see if I bring an R6 Daji or not. Okay, I didn't bring an R6 Daji. So I brought an R6 Lian to give her some form of protection. So this team, my only DPS is Wuyu, which you can see that it's not really enough because Wuyu, while she is really good of a DPS, if the enemies are not taking a turn, then you're not doing any damage, right? Because she has 0 speed. So you kind of want DPS that is, actively taking turns to kill off the enemies. The enemies are all like 0 AP, like all of them are at 0 AP, except for Lian. Sometimes when her buff ends, she will instantly get that turn, even though she has the debuff. With Lian in the team, she does survive a little bit better, but you can still like sometimes get one-shotted by Wuyu by giving her too many stacks and also taking way too many true damage as well. But this is where you kind of want to have a active DPS instead of just running Wuyu, right? I can't really kill them off because they keep getting AP lowered. Because whenever I do an attack, they gain AP, but because of Yuuhime in the battlefield, they also get minus 30% AP. So this Sakura took me a very long time to kill. Look at this. She keeps gaining AP, and then my Yuuhime keeps pushing her back. We still win, but it's a little bit slower. Okay, let's see what happens here. I think I mirror matched and lost. Yeah, even when I went first, I still lost because R6 Sakura got her turn. The R6 Sakura was faster than I expected. If my Daji managed to get a turn and casted her S3, we might have a chance to win, because then the Sakura would be taunted and he wouldn't have any healing left. We have an Iki team with an R6 Daji. Okay, I brought an R6 Daji of my own. Again, when you want to go up against a Wuyu comp, you want to have someone fast enough to land an AoE attack or even a single target attack. As long as that attack goes into a defender Espers in the enemy team, they will gain AP, and then Yuuhime will do an AoE attack that will reduce all of the enemy's AP. In this case, since my Sakura is not fast enough, I decided to make my Yuuhime the fastest in the team, right? 160 speed. And yeah, his Sakura couldn't get a turn. He couldn't get any healing done with her S3 or her buff. And they just end up dying. Okay, let's see here. I think I mirror matched him. No, I went with the speed lead. And I went first, but I still lost because I'm lacking a lot of stats. Oh, and also his Sakura got a turn. She didn't get taunted. If she got taunted, I think that's the reason why I won the second time around. And in the second time, I think I went, yeah, defense lead. And I still went first. So, I think with this one, his Sakura got taunted. There was a bit of a lag right there. His Daji didn't get taunted, which is unlucky. But as long as the Sakura can get taunted, I think we're fine. Yep. Sakura got taunted and we won. Okay, for this one, we have a Chuyao plus a Daji. I think I probably mirror matched him, except for running Chuyao, I'm running Yuuhime. And he even went first as well. Let's see how I won this one. Okay, the enemies are at 0 AP. And my Sakura managed to get her S3 in, so I have a little bit of sustain to my Daji. As long as his Sakura doesn't get an S3, I think we're fine. Oh, his Wuyu is already dead. Yeah, because of no healing and also from the true damage that he gets from attacking my defender Espers. And he's dead right here. Look at that. Just because his Sakura couldn't get an S3 in. Alright, we got an R6 Sakura. I'm still using Daji, but again, when you battle against an R6 Sakura, you kind of want to run like everything you have. And also the true damage from Daji really helps out the team. Because without the true damage, you're doing like negative damage to all of these defender Espers. You cannot defense break them because of Wuyu's buff. So even if you AP control them like to death, even with them not taking a single turn, you will still die from the true damage that you take and from the Wuyu nukes. So before the enemy Wuyu gets her nuke, you want to kill off at least like 2 to 3 of the enemies with your Daji's true damage. Alright, there's an R6 Chuyao team. I went up against him twice. I don't remember what happened here. Oh, his Daji is extremely fast. And he went straight for my Yuuhime as well. So I couldn't land the debuff on the enemy Daji. And I think I just end up dying. And also, Lian can sometimes screw you up if she has Divinate 3. The immunity buff that she provides randomly to her teammate can sometimes screw you up. Because if the immunity buff goes to the enemy Sakura, then you can't really stop her from using the S3, right? How did I win this fight? I think I swapped, oh yeah. I swapped to speed lead even though I didn't go first. I still somehow won. I don't know how. Maybe it's because my... Oh, because my Sakura managed to land the S3. And also because of Yamato as well. He's not running Yamato. So my team is extremely tanky. I have 50% more defense. My defender Espers have 50% more defense. Yeah, I didn't even get close. Like my units are taking 0 damage because of Yamato. Right here, like Yamato is taking no damage. He keeps healing up. And the defense that he has right now is insane. Alright, let's end the video off against an R6 Sakura. We'll use defense lead. I think I should be able to move first still, even with defense lead. And there's a Momo as well. Again, there's a lot of... Yeah, I lost. There's a lot of RNG with this team. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But against an R6 Sakura, you mostly will lose. And also because of Lian as well. The Lian provided 2 random teammates with the immunity, so I couldn't land the debuff on the R6 Sakura. You know what? Because he has immunity, I think I might be able to run Chuyao instead of Daji. As long as I can strip the immunity, we might be fine. But then again, I won't have enough damage to kill off the enemies. Let's see here. Please move. Oh, I didn't even manage to strip the... Okay. Well, okay, that was the final battle. She counters a lot of the meta. She even counters R2 Daji As long as Daji has the debuff, she will not be able to counter attack whenever you kill her allies. She counters Momo, she counters Iki, she counters, Wuyu's team. Not Wuyu in specific, but Wuyu's team. And also, if I'm not mistaken, she also counters Zhang Juli. I think I saw one match where JJ just instantly died. Let me find that match real quick. Okay, I think it's this one. I think the JJ instantly died and doesn't go into the demon mode if he has the debuff on him. Okay, she got 0 hour, but it doesn't matter because her passive will still kick in. Look at this. He gains AP, but he gains AP down. It's so stupid. Okay, take a look at the JJ. I think he will instantly die when he has the debuff on him. Yeah, look at that. For some reason, I guess that counted as a special turn, even though it's not really a special turn. It's like a cheat death mechanic to him. But he instantly died due to Yuuhime's debuff. Also, one last thing, she also counters APAP. All of you may already know that when you reach 0 stacks on this counter right here, the APAP will counter attack you, right? But as long as you can land the debuff on APAP, there we go, the hamstrung debuff, it will bug out APAP to not counter attack you. As long as you can proc it once in the battle, it will bug out APAP. So if you can't land it the second time, it doesn't matter because APAP is already bugged. Look at that. But yeah, that's it for Yuuhime. Let's briefly go over her buff. Her S1 has 100% multiplier and it increases based on your health hand stacks, which can be increased by 10% per stack, so a maximum of 100%. So her S1 has a multiplier of 200%. And then the enemy's attack minus 8% up to 40%. But not much application in PvE because she's not that good in PvE, because you cannot use assist attacks like Liam or Chu Yao to make her cast the S1 twice. Her S2 is what makes her super busted. When any non-boss enemy gains AP up, cast this ability, targets AP minus 30% and inflicts hamstrung for 1 turn, won't miss and can't be resisted, triggers once per turn. And hamstrung cannot gain AP up or special turns, including counters, pursuit and assist attacks. Her S3 now inflicts hamstrung and also clears the target's AP. So yeah, it's a very good buff on Yuuhime. Make sure you max skill her up for Moroyama as well. But if you don't want her to be max skilled up, what you can do is you max skill her up to get Moroyama, and then you rewind your Yuuhime, because she doesn't really need the skill ups. She's not there for the damage, she's not there for anything else, she's just there for the hamstrung. That's about it. Ciao.